Oh, so you own everything. So that's all your stuff. Now, you were saying something about the paw. Now, what are you talking about with the paw?
Well, like I was saying, the paw is trademarked. Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moneymaker. The paw is like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, that's all we want, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, I'm be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came?
Snoop, everything Snoop involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, the motherfuckers cash it out for their catalog. And then he sell that shit and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. You sell what you got. You know what I'm saying? You got all that money. I mean, I'm counting niggas' pockets, but I got my own pocket. You know what I mean?
Now, how many albums is over there? Now, how many albums is over there at Death Row? Because you were saying that it was the Doggy Style, and it was 2 other ones you was talking about?
Yeah, you know, the shit that I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac took all his greatest hits album, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row? But I'm coming to get my shit, so what's gonna be left on Death Row? So he gotta make new catalog, and that's where all the new cats come in at, you know what I'm saying?
I see you ain't got shit to do but hate on me, huh? In a minute I'ma fuck you up, cuz, on some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke as a motherfucker right now, so I'ma fuck you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
You didn't put that in the
Leave me alone, cuz. I'ma fuck you up. Leave me alone.
Man, nobody ever wins when family starts throwing shots like this. Picture someone in your own circle, constantly dragging your name, tossing shade every chance they get. How do you even deal with that? That's exactly why this whole situation between Snoop Dogg and his cousin Daz Dillinger is getting out of control. This is like the 10th time they've clashed publicly. Daz just dropped another video calling Snoop out again, saying Snoop tried to make moves behind his back and lock up music they made way back in the Death Row era. But tonight, Snoop finally said he's done with the back and forth, and he sent a message straight at him. And that's wild because Snoop almost never hops online to address anybody. Think about when he performed at that Trump event. Everybody was coming for him, but he didn't jump on social media to defend himself. Sure, he did an interview later, but he wasn't bothered enough to go online clapping back at folks. So you can tell this time he's actually heated. And that's why he fired off that response toward his own cousin. And let's be honest, Snoop didn't exactly deny what Daz accused him of, so there could be something behind it. You'd hope that since they're family, maybe Snoop is setting up something bigger, maybe planning to sell the catalog and later give Daz his cut. It's possible, but Daz is not buying any of that. He came right back at Snoop saying, yo, he mad now, and claims Snoop is messing up his money by taking everything he made on Death Row with a forged signature and skipping out on royalties. He even claimed that once Snoop at the label, he started using their royalty money to pay staff who make more than the artists themselves. Daz didn't slow down either. He said, I sued Suge back in the day. Should I do the same now? 'Cause it's all in my name. The publishing numbers don't change unless you a thief. You can't starve me out. I'm independent. I run my own ship. Always have, you little. And he let that energy fly. Man, prayers up for everybody in this mess because this back and forth is crazy. 1 minute they're cool, the next they're blasting each other online like they never built a whole history together. And the wild part? People online are looking at both of them like, how did family turn into this? Because every time things calm down, a new accusation pops back up. And folks are already whispering that all this goes way deeper than music, deeper than royalties, and it's been simmering for years.
Yeah, I'm not on Death Row. Corrupt is on Death Row.
Okay. Oh, so you guys, so he's on Death Row by himself, and then you are independent. And then what about the group?
We still together. We got shows together.
No, I'm saying the group on Death Row, because wasn't the album coming out on Death Row?
Yeah, that album came out on Death Row.
Okay.
And then I got kicked off of Death Row again. From Snoop. Got into it. Me and Snoop, that's my cousin. He get into it all the time. He kicked me off. So, I ain't going back this time.
Yeah, you ain't going back. So, because obviously you guys are related. So, what is that conversation like? Because you're like, yo, fuck you, no, fuck you. And then you still got to talk later on.
He did a show and didn't take me. So I figured, like, why what's going on? He's just like, you ain't sign your catalog over to me. I'm like, I'm keeping it, you know what I'm saying? It's worth a lot.
Okay.
So, that's what it's about, because, like, he owned the label, but I own the publishing.
And that is valuable.
And that's more valuable than the ownership. So I'm just like, I could take my bones and go, as long as my house and everything that I got is paid for, and I get the Tupac royalties, I get all my royalties, you know what I'm saying? That's just another part of just Death Row because Tupac and Dr. Dre are separate from Death Row.
Yeah.
So it's like, all the albums that Snoop had on Death Row, and it deplenished now. He only got 3 albums on there. Okay. All them records, so everybody took their records back. So, he only got Doggy Style, Dog Father, Murder Was the Case, the Dogg Pound, which I'm coming to get, and my solo album after them. But you only got about 3 albums left on there.
Yeah. So can you explain for the average fan or listener how this went? Because he acquired the rights to Death Row.
Portion of the catalog. But he didn't have to pay it from the past. He still had the portion of the catalog. I just have to pay it from my copyright acquired it from 22 on up.
Okay, so everything from there. And then along with the catalog coming over, you guys had the option.
And other people like that. So, like that, I'm acquiring, getting my shit back.
Yeah.
His business game.
People close to them say this tension has been building since the Death Row days, and neither one ever really let it go. That's why every little statement they make now feels like a spark hitting old gasoline. And judging by the way they've been talking lately, neither side looks ready to fold anytime soon. Now everybody's watching Snoop real closely, because when he actually speaks on something, he's not just venting, he's making a point. The way he addressed Daz had people saying Snoop is tired of always trying to keep the peace. He's usually the calm OG who stays out of drama. But this time, his voice sounded different, like he's done letting their family issues spill across the internet. Meanwhile, Daz is standing firm, saying he's not letting anybody rewrite his story or take credit for what he built with his own hands. And that's what has the internet locked in. This isn't some random industry beef. These are 2 cousins who helped define an entire era of West Coast music, now going at each other in front of millions. Watching them clash publicly like this has everyone wondering how far they're willing to push it next. What's really got folks buzzing is how the business side is mixing with family business. And once those 2 worlds collide, it never stays simple. Fans are digging up old interviews and studio stories, trying to figure out where this tension truly began, because this didn't come out of nowhere. Some people swear Daz has felt overlooked for years, while others think Snoop has been carrying the weight for the whole crew and finally hit his limit. And the crazy part? Both of them were key in building that classic West Coast sound, so watching them swing at each other now feels like seeing 2 pillars of the same house trying to knock each other down instead of fixing the foundation together. Now the whole culture is watching, waiting to see if they settle this privately or let it keep exploding online for everyone to see. Fans are asking who's going to step in and cool things off. Usually when family starts slipping like this, somebody from the circle steps up and brings them together. But this time, silence. Even people who are right beside them in the Death Row era are staying quiet, like they don't want to touch something that's been brewing for decades. Fans are even tagging old collaborators hoping someone will speak, but nobody is saying a thing. And that silence, it says a lot. Because if the people who know them best aren't stepping in, that means they know this is bigger than a quick call. Right now, both are standing strong in their corners. And until one of them moves, this tension is only going to get worse. Jump in the comments and tell me, is Snoop moving greedy with his own family? Or is this just how business gets when money and music mix? I want to hear your take. And before you dip, make sure you subscribe to Drip Z, hit like, share the video, drop a comment, and hit that hype this video button. It's free for you, but it means the world to me. Thank you.
Like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the money maker. The pause like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, we got it. That's all we wanted, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, don't be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came?
Snoop, everything Snoop involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, it's cash out for their catalog. And then he sell that shit and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. You sell what you got. You know what I'm saying? And you got all that money. I mean, I'm counting, but I got my own pocket. You know, the shit that I got on the wall right here, you know what I'm saying? The Chronic is already going back to Dr. Dre. Tupac and took all his greatest hits album, all his albums, all his shit back over to Amaru. So what is left on Death Row? But I'm coming to get my shit, so what's gonna be left on Death Row? So he gotta make new catalog. And that's where all the new cats come in at, you know what I'm saying? Making new content, you know what I mean? And
now you still have albums and stuff over there at Death Row, or what do you have over there? Now, are you part owner of it, or?
I'm not an owner.
Okay.
No.
Now, do you own anything over there, or do you write anything?
My publishing and my rights and all that other type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, Songs of Songs is in publishing deals. So you might have this one song, you know what I'm saying, that's Doggy Dog World or something. So somebody might sample that song. And now you got different songs made off that song that you get a piece of that catalog. Now your catalog is a little bit more longer now. I mean, you know, I got all the Tupac stuff, that's separate though. You know what I'm saying? But the Death Row stuff from Gamma on up, not from the past. I'm talking about Gamma on up, you know what I'm saying? From 22 on up. Just like you said, I'm gonna give everybody back their publishing. You're live. You ain't paid nobody since day one. You trying to start out. But you can't start me out. You can start them other out, but everybody complaining over there. I just want what's mine, you know what I'm saying?
Now, you haven't got paid for any of your stuff, or how does that work? They just able to take it and it just becomes theirs,
I mean,
or?
you know, that bankruptcy shit, Snoop bought this shit there now, from 22 now, got to pay us. And right now they in there trying to change all the percentages. I don't know what the they're doing and say, here, this is what we owe you. You can't just come up with a number and all that other type of shit that the split. I mean, y'all doing this, listen, you guys are really accepting Suge Knight paperwork. All that paperwork Suge Knight had in there that you let me see was fraudulent, because you told me, and I got the same paperwork, and my lawyer got the same paperwork where people was forging people's name and all that shit, and you're still abiding by what he got, because it's so much money. Like I told everybody else, Death Row makes so much money, you got to steal, and losing everything that you work for. Who named you gonna hurry up and put it in, sign it over, just to, you know what I mean? The pandemonium and panicking.
Wow.